We've been having a lot of fun the last few days debating when in the first round the 49ers should draft a wide receiver. Should they take CeeDee Lamb or Henry Ruggs or Jerry Jeudy with the 13th pick, or should they exercise some restraint and wait until pick 31 and take Denzel Mims? Well, it's entirely possible the 49ers won't take a wide receiver in round one at all. We're talking Kyle Shanahan and his dad, Mike Shanahan, who's lingering in the background. And these two, they think together, they work together, and neither of them has drafted a wide receiver in the first round since Mike drafted Ashley Lilly in 2002. Remember Ashley Lilly? Went to Hawaii, big time bust for the Broncos. Maybe it's a coincidence that Kyle and Mike haven't drafted a wide receiver in the first round since then, or maybe there's a little bit of PTSD from that mistake. So let's entertain the possibility that the 49ers don't draft a wide receiver in the first round. That they play it safe and go offensive line with their first pick and defensive line with their second pick and wait until round 5 to take a wide receiver because they've had success drafting in round 5. That's where they got Trent Taylor and George Kittle. So if they were to wait until round 5, let me give you a name of a wide receiver they may be looking at in that range. Easop Winston Jr. If you don't follow Pac-12 football or you're not from San Francisco, you may not have heard of him, but if you do follow Pac-12 football or you are from San Francisco, you would know that he went to Sarah High School, same spot Tom Brady went and Barry Bonds. Then Easop went to City College of San Francisco for 2 years, transferred to Washington State, played there in 2018 and 2019. In 2018, his quarterback was Gardner Minshew, who's now the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Easop was his safety blanket. Then last year, he played with Aaron Gordon and was even better. In 26 games at Washington State, Easop scored 19 touchdowns. He is 5'11", 190 pounds, has huge hands for a 5'11 guy. Head coach Mike Leach called him oven mitts, rarely drops a pass, very quick route runner, runs a beautiful slant route and a surprisingly good dig route. I mean, he's a good route runner, but when I say a good dig route, for a 5'11 guy, he gets his hands away from his frame, he makes difficult catches, and he's not afraid to run smack into linebackers and safeties waiting to take his head off. That's a skill too. Courage, he's got it. Terrific receiver over the middle. Now, despite his production and his production, he was not invited to the NFL Combine, snubbed. So people didn't really know about him. And right now, he's being projected on CBS and NFL Draft Scout as an undrafted free agent. But he had one of these virtual pro days where he goes to a high school or field by himself and his agent films him, times him in the 40-yard dash, ran a 4.42. I don't know if teams are buying that or not, but they can watch it and time it themselves on the camera. 4.42, that's a serious time. That's a time where 5'11", 190 with big-time production in college for 2 years and a 4.42, you're getting drafted. Forget undrafted free agent, maybe 5th round, 6th round, maybe 4th round. So now he's on everyone's radar. Now you're going to compare him to, well, who else is 5'11", 190 running a 4.42? Well, Emmanuel Sanders. That's pretty much exactly what Emmanuel Sanders does. Maybe Sanders looks a little bit faster and more explosive than Winston on film. But Winston is an interesting player that you could get in the 5th round. He's not Julio Jones. He's not going to replicate what Kyle Shanahan had with Julio in Atlanta, but he might be pretty close to Emmanuel Sanders. Maybe a 75% replication, someone you could get real cheap in the 5th round. If you haven't heard of Easop Winston Jr., start watching his YouTube highlights right now.